Hey guys, welcome to this quick tutorial. I'm gonna be demonstrating how to fix the floating weapon on your new visual mesh. That only happen if you are using IK retargeter and you have a child mesh to the main mesh. And the problem happened because the weapon is attached to the main mesh, and since it's invisible and the character is not lining up in terms of scale, you have that weapon floating. So to fix that, first we need to copy all the sockets from our Combat Fury mesh, go to hide bones, select all, copy, and go to your new mesh, show bones, and paste all sockets. So now we have all the sockets that we need added by default. Then the next step, go to easy combo buffering component, and here where you have initiate weapon state, we need to create another component mesh. I have it already here. You can just duplicate. You can duplicate this, and we will call this visual mesh. This is what we see in game, and we're going to drag it, drop it here, and just create a new input for our event, compile. The next step, we're going to go to weapon system category, go to draw weapon, and we're going to swap only the attached actor to component. So we want our new visual mesh. Same thing we'll need to do for holster. And that's it. That's all we need to change in the component. The montage, we want them to play on the actual mesh, but the attachment of the weapon, we want them to be attached to our visual mesh. Compile. So to access, so as you can see, this is by default was like this. To access this visual mesh, you can cast the controlled pawn to your character, and then you can get the visual skeletal mesh from there. Or we could easily, instead of doing it in the controller, we could actually copy this and go to our character that we are using and called event obsessed. And since this is called on the parent character right here, on this parent character, it's called here, we're gonna need to call parent. So the reason we're calling parent, so we don't override this part. So we are inheriting that part too. And then what we need to do next is call easy combo buffering and set this to this. Initiate weapon, now it happened inside the character. The main mesh will stay the main mesh to play our attacks and montages and whatnot. And for the visual mesh will be our new skeletal mesh. So that way we are attaching the weapon here, but this will be responsible for playing the montages properly. So compile. Now if we test, there you go. So as you can see, the weapon is attached to the hand, and we can adjust the socket and line it up with the animation, but it's working perfectly.